When it comes to this whole Desmond and Christy situation, the one thing that I'm struggling to believe is the fact that there are so many women and men supporting Desmond. And all I have to ask is why? Why are we supporting Desmond? What did he do? What did this man do? Because as far as I'm concerned, Desmond decided to cheat on his wife. Desmond is the one who, after Christy filed for divorce, 2 weeks later, he was being seen kissing another woman so passionately in a club. That's who Desmond is. So I don't understand why he is getting so much support. Now, I'm not saying that he should not get support. I just don't get this whole idea of, oh, Christy was so annoying. I'm glad he left Christy. I don't get that. I feel like you can support him without bringing Christy into this. But a lot of you people who are supporting Desmond are low-key Christy haters. And I just don't understand that, period. I just don't get it. Christy was the one who was cheated on. Christy was the one who filed for divorce. Again, we have to keep reminding a lot of you people that if Desmond really wanted to separate from Christy, guess what? He could have filed for divorce. But a separation does not mean that now he can freely cheat on her. Just because he said, oh, I want a separation, doesn't mean that now he is allowed to cheat on Christy. Because a lot of you people are arguing it this way. A lot of you people are saying, oh, he said he wanted a separation. That should have told Christy that, oh my God, this is over. Don't let a man tell you he doesn't want you twice. Again, Desmond asked for a separation. A separation is space, not the space for you to go and cheat. So if he really wanted out of this relationship, he could have gone and filed for divorce as a grown man does. But hey, not everybody shares the same values as me, and that is completely okay. So here are some of the people who are supporting Desmond through and through. Let's listen to them.
Hey, Desmond Scott, I just want to say I salute you, brother, and I'm praying for you. You nice looking. You fly, you intelligent, and you know how to cook. It's no woman on God's earth that wouldn't want you. So just ignore the hate, because right now you about to go way up in the air. Now use the hate that you receiving right now for your motivation to prepare you for. Fuck what the internet talking about. Them just miserable people. Say you wasn't happy. You did something to make you happy. The only thing I wouldn't have did was apologize.
Just because you're doing something that makes you happy doesn't mean that that is the right thing to do. I mean, this man cheated on his wife. I'm sure in the moment he felt great about it, but was that the right thing to do? Absolutely not. A lot of criminals out here do things that make them feel good, but does that mean that that is the right thing to do? Absolutely not. So I don't know what the message here is, but yeah, I'm not with it. I think it's just weird. But anyway, let's move on.
Saying like, I think the way he's gone about all of this is absolutely wrong. But let me tell you something. There's only going to be so long you're going to be able to take being choked from behind, getting like fingers in your face constantly, getting flowers snatched out your hand before you're just like, yeah, this is long. Before you're literally like, yeah, this ain't it. He's a human being. Like, I feel like a lot of us have been irritated with so much less than this. I'm not saying what he did is right? And I'm so for Christy, like, just moving on and being, like, having her glow up season, whatever. But, like, I'm not seeing enough conversation about the toll that content lifestyle and the type of content they were doing would affect the family dynamic. He's a human being. Like, honestly, sometimes even the videos there, even me, I'm just like, nah, this is long. Like, I'm leaving.
Now, here's the thing. I do agree with this lady to some extent, because again, there are some things that Christy did that were a bit too disrespectful. Honestly, for me, they were a bit too out there, like grabbing things off of his hands, choking him from behind, things like that. Like, I would just not take that lightly. And yeah, so I get it from that perspective. But here's one thing that you need to understand. If Desmond was tired with all of this, if he was tired with all this pranking, he was tired with all these things, all this content and all that, guess what? This man could have gone and filed for divorce. He could have said, you know what, Christy, I just cannot do this marriage with you anymore. I just can't. And so he would have gone and filed for divorce. The problem is Desmond asked for a separation. Now, a separation does not mean that now you're allowed to cheat. That's not what it means. But what happened is that Desmond asked for a separation, and immediately he asked for a separation. What did he do? He went ahead and cheated on Christy. That is unacceptable. And for those women defending Desmond and saying saying that they are Team Desmond. One thing you need to understand is that a man can be tired of you for just about anything. A man can be tired of you for just about anything. As a matter of fact, you could be a stay-at-home mom, taking care of the kids, taking care of that man, doing everything for that man, and that man will still find a way to call you boring. That man will still find a way to call you uninteresting, and that man will still find a way to cheat and blame it on you. Because here's one thing that you also need to realize about the Christy and Desmond situation is that Desmond, when they were both teenagers, Christy was still this quirky girl. This man did not marry someone he didn't know. He was not, blindsided by who Christy was. He wasn't. Christy was always like this. She was always quirky. She was always doing crazy stuff. That's what Christy has always been. So for him to come and say that he wants a separation, and immediately after getting that separation, he goes ahead and cheats on this woman, that is crazy, and there is no justification for that. So I don't understand how people are trying to excuse this man.
I think the Christy and Desmond thing is so funny. I honestly feel bad for the man. I know, everybody's like, she got cheated on. Why you feel bad for him? Blah, blah, blah. This man literally said that he's been trying to get out that marriage for a little minute. He did not want to be with her. And I do feel like, also found out that, Jehovah's Witness. So it's either, to me, in my brain, she wanted to keep that relationship for the content of it all, or for religious reasons. Either way, they have people in a chokehold to stay in situations that they know are not good for them. He literally was like, I wanted to get out so badly, I literally just had to cheat on her for her to actually leave me. So who are we really feeling sorry for? Are we really feeling sorry for her? Are we gonna feel sorry for him once you hear it like that? I just want to know, because I think she was perfectly fine with being in control and having things she wanted her way. Think about it.
Now, I get this whole idea of people wanting to be neutral. Oh, I don't want to be judgmental. I don't want to be this person who is judging other people's couples when I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Here is the reason why Desmond is being dragged. Desmond is being dragged because he cheated on his wife. That's the reason Desmond is being dragged. Desmond is being dragged because 2 weeks after Christy Scott filed for divorce, he was seen with another woman kissing passionately as if he'd never been married. That is why Desmond is being dragged to the filth right now. Now, had Christy and Desmond just separated amicably without any problems, nobody would be dragging Desmond. Everybody would just be like, oh my God, we're so sorry you guys divorced. Everybody would just be calm. Everybody would just be okay. But the reason people are dragging Desmond is because of how he's showing himself to be. And maybe I shouldn't say that people are dragging him because the way tables are turning in his favor. Only the Lord knows. A lot of people are coming out and are supporting him through and through. I cannot even believe this. So initially he was being dragged, but right now he's being fully supported. And I think this is a good thing, actually. Now, do you know what this Christy and Desmond situation reminds me of? It reminds me of Chris Brown and Rihanna. There were so many women who came out and they were supporting Chris Brown because they were claiming that Rihanna threw the first punch and therefore she deserves to get hit. A lot of women say that. Also men. A lot of men also say that. Everybody tried to justify, well, not everybody, but a lot of people out there tried to justify why Chris Brown did what he did. And I feel like it's the same case with this whole Desmond and Christy situation. A lot of people are trying to justify what Desmond did, even though that man was wrong. Now, we cannot hold this situation over Desmond's head for the rest of his life. Of course, he will move on. And of course, we are not the ones that are supposed to forgive him. Christy is the one who should forgive him, okay? So it is not in my place to forgive him or not to forgive him. But I will call out BS when I see it. And what he did was completely wrong. And I cannot understand why he's being supported for being in the wrong. I cannot get it, okay? But that's just me. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, I really genuinely wish Desmond all the best. I think he's a great chef and I hope he's able to carry on this brand of his for the longest haul. Because again, look at couples like Tia Mowry and Corey Hardrick. I mean, they've done well. Tia is the one who filed for that divorce and she's doing well. Corey is doing well. Even the case of Rihanna and Chris Brown, as much as Chris Brown did what he did and what he did was completely wrong, look at his career now. He is still doing so well. He's doing better than so many musicians that were there during his time.
This man, Desmond Scott, might be the first person on the internet to get a pass for cheating because people don't like his wife's videos. Like, this dude Desmond came out and said, hey, yeah, I wanted a separation. She didn't let me separate from her. So I stepped outside the marriage and she filed for divorce. And people on the internet are saying, hey, she is kind of annoying. Hey, a man can only take so much. She shouldn't have tried to tie him down. If he wanted to leave, she should have let him leave. Like, he ain't a grown ass man. Like, soon as she filed for divorce, a couple days later, he pops out in the club making out with some Instagram he pops out in the club allegedly kissing this woman right here a couple of days after she filed for divorce. Like, his wife makes these animated videos. She's super popular, 17 million followers and stuff like that. And people are saying, hey, look, she was annoying, man. Don't you get it? A man can only take so much. Now, I'm not picking sides here, but y'all, come on. Like, what? Are city boys up this much? Damn. Giving a man a pass for cheating because y'all think his wife is annoying and people are just making up stories of what was going on behind the scenes. Maybe they got married when they was young and he wanted some new ass and she didn't want to let him have it, man. A man can only take so much. What are you expecting, bruh? It's not, surprisingly, it's not just the men. There's a lot of women that's saying because they think her videos are annoying. Like, he wasn't an active participant in benefiting from the videos. They think her videos were annoying, so she deserved to get cheated on and left. That's crazy to me, y'all. But yeah, I'm not picking sides. I just had to point that out. Are the city boys up?